A warm good evening to one and all. So today we are very excited to see you all together for the ceremony, and there is a lot of excitement things which is lying ahead. So as you guys, we are also equally excited in this journey. So first of all, we'll have a welcome address by our chairman, Lal John sir. Over to you, sir. Lal sir?
Am I audible?
Yes, perfect.
Oh. So, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
So, today is a very proud day for Kerala chapter of NIPM, and the youngsters have brought proud to us. They started with the knowledge hunt during the our SRC conference, and now they are come forward with another unique program called Logarithms. It has been well received by everyone, and they have done a good job in making it a success. And first of all, my thanks to the whole team. We started this with 216 applications, and now we have 20 interns in the final phase. We are having 16 mentors and the Digi Learning team of 10 persons, consisting of mainly Anish, Ajish, Srilal, Shema, Jerry, Anand, Shiju, Vineet, Mubarak, and Vaishak were leading this, coordinating the entire program very successfully. The mentors and the elders, they have done an excellent job. And also by evening sessions, we had evening sessions from 1st to 10th of July, taken by the various senior persons in NIPM. And I hope it was well received by the students, and they have received, I think our project was well received, and it is very useful to everyone, I presume. And that is the feedback we have been getting. So now Anand will be, I'm formally welcoming all the members, all the interns, the mentors and mentees, and all members of the Kerala chapter to this valedictory function. Thank you, and I am handing over to Anand for further proceeding of the programs.
Thank you so much, Lal John sir. So now I request Jerry of VKC and Vineet of Agape, who are part of our Digi Learning team, to just take us through the journey of intern to learn. Over to you guys. Thanks. Jerry, you can take over.
Yeah, thank you, Anand. I'm just trying to share my screen.
Yeah, perfect. Yes.
Is it on presentation mode now?
Yeah, no.
Not on slideshow.
Okay. Is it now?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity. In fact, I'm having butterflies in my stomach, seeing all the very senior members and equally vibrant young team who has been with us for over a month's time. So I would earnestly hope that the responsibility which is given to me by NIPM Kerala chapter would be fulfilled. I would be earnestly trying to connect the dots. So myself, I'm to the senior members, most respected senior members I would like to introduce myself. I'm Jari Chitturan, Manager HR for VKC Group of Companies, the footwear group, footwear company. You might have heard about VKC Pride. So I represent the HR team there, and I've been part of this digi learning team, and specifically the particular project which we are on. So myself and I'll have one more person, Vineet P. Matthew from Agape. He is also GM for learning and development with Agape Industries. So we'll be taking you. So the quest for today's agenda, which is vested upon both of us, is to give you a snapshot about the total intern to learn journey. I'm sure most of you might be knowing about it, but since it is a curtain downing event, we thought it would be pertinent from us to have everybody on the same page. So, intern to learn journey started, at the start of this year, probably around mid of February, we had an uninvited guest who kind of knocked at our doors, and it was knock knock, who's there, and I'm Corona. So from about March onwards, the intensity with which people were getting affected increased, and probably by the last weeks of March, it was lockdown all across the country. Now, that is when NIPM Kerala chapter, with the blessings of a lot of seniors we have around here, conceived this project of Meanwhile at Lockdown, wherein an online webinar platform was created, and we had some really great discussions going on with almost 20 sessions. So we had eminent personalities from India, outside the country, and a lot of learning happened, and that kind of set the pace for what was happening. Now, it was during those times, it was the Meanwhile Lockdown series was getting ended, and that is when the HR Tech Committee on a freewheeling call kind of discussed about what could be the next set of agenda. So we were all having we as a team of NIPM Kerala chapter was at the pinnacles of success with the success story of Meanwhile Lockdown, and that is when we kind of started brainstorming what next, what could be the next set of agenda. And that is when we kind of brainstormed, and it was, we had a light bulb moment when kind of due to the success of NIPM Kerala chapters, Meanwhile with Lockdown, a lot of people got connected. So it was apparently one of the students from NIT Calicut. Her name was Reshma Satar, who just happens to be with us now. She was actually talking to me on a discussion that most of these internship programs offered to colleges from various industries are now getting reneged on. So they were having a lot of issues wherein the kind of promises made with regard to internships were not followed, and they were ratting on their promises. So she was kind of asking, is there any opportunity? And that's when we tried to connect. We had, as I explained in the previous slide, I explained what next was the quest, and we had a light bulb moment when we said, okay, why not we offer as an NFP in Kerala chapter, which has got a lot of professionals inside here, offer something to the students. So that is how we kind of thought about having an internship. So finally, kind of okay, we kind of zeroed in on how an internship could be conceived. So we were trying to fill in the gap of offering an internship where when the industry was kind of reneging on the promises, how could we add value was our quest. So, but then again, we kind of it was Ranjana from Zain who said, "See, kind of it is really great that we are trying to pitch in and bridge the gap of internship for students, but that will not be adding any kind of value to their studies, because since we are not an organization, we will not be able to meet up the standards and benchmarks set by UGC or AICT, all those accreditation bodies." But then we kind of said we did not want to actually renege on our quest or initial thought of going forward with the internship. So then we kind of thought about it, like we understood that there are a lot of superhero interns and superhero MBAs, and they are kind of lacking their opportunity to apply their knowledge they have gained from their classes. So we kind of thought about it. These are the next couple of slides would be the actual posters which we thought, and these were the kind of initial thoughts which we had. So we wanted to ask the students, are you a worried superhero MBA who lacks the opportunity to apply the knowledge from your classes? Or do you think that you need some more practice of the knowledge before we actually kickstart your campaign in corporate? Or do you think that you lack that skills? Don't you see a reflection of a corporate executive? You still are you a student? Are you trying to see any kind of crevices with regard to the expectations uh, placed by the corporates? Or then we said, are you planning to, are you thinking of having a dreamy start to your career? So all, or do you want to transform yourself from an MBA student to, I'm hearing a lot of voices. Can everybody go on mute, by the way? Okay, perfect. So we were trying to see if we could transform the students from a normal MBA student to a corporate executive. And then finally we decided all these thought processes were put together. We kind of collaborated and then decided our quest should be, we should be able to bridge the gap between classrooms and corporate. There is a schism, there is a crevice, there is a need for for entrance. There are certain things which are missing in the students' classroom learning and when compared to the expectations of the corporate. So that is why we thought we'll start to bridge that gap. And how could we bridge the gap? And if you're trying to impart professional skills, it's kind of going to be a huge a project as such. It might not be over in a month's time. So that is when we decided we're going to create new vistas for our students that could be applied in the new normal. Corona has kind of changed all the dynamics of the game. So we kind of, and that is when we decided, labor loss. Labor loss is something which is mostly preached in colleges, or kind of the knowledge which is imparted is basically theoretical in nature, with uh, zilch exposure to actual practice or kind of case studies and things like that. That's when we said, okay, why not we have an internship offered to students so that they can understand the basics of uh, uh, the labor laws of the land. So, if not NIPM with its stalwarts professionals who has been in the reckoning in the industry, who are kind of go-to men when it comes to labor laws, uh, in Kerala, outside Kerala, probably some of the big names to reckon with when it comes to labor law. So if not us, who else can do it? So then we kind of decided, we should be able to connect it with them. And that's how the whole program of uh, offering an online internship to students came across. So it was branded as the first ever online internship program. This is actually the poster which went online inviting applicants. So we said we kind of decided on a rocket launch, image as the brand logo, so that it's kind of a flying start for everybody's career. It was kind of formally approved by the office bearers. And so then there was issue about a name. So we normally we already have a very successful full program in our labor law series. So how could we actually brand this in a separate manner? And then we were kind of thinking about a new name. So there was a kind of a lot of discussions which happened about naming the whole series. And it was kind of just a flash thought which came to my mind. I said, how about logarithm, like just like a algorithm or a logarithm. So that is, I just kind of put it across, and it was after a lot of discussions, Anish, Ajesh, Saji sir, a lot of people, a lot of seniors also involved. They all kind of discussed and said, this looks chic. Probably we can go ahead with this. So that's how the whole concept of logarithm took shape. And then we decided we'll go online for advertisements. We'll post it on our social media channels, engage students, and whatnot. We'll try to spread the word through word of mouth, invoke our networks, and try to make maximum reach for this program. So little bit we know, and that is how the whole project of Intern to Learn was conceived. So Intern to Learn, learning about labor laws. You are interning with an IPM Kerala chapter, so that you can learn more about labor laws. And the key takeaway, key deliverable from the interns would be submission of instructional designs for our logarithm labor series. So we readily have content available with us for our labor law series, which is which has been running for quite a lot of years, and which has been designed by some of our stalwart professionals of HR in Kerala. And some of the seniors who are part of NIPM has been running this for quite a lot amount of time. So how could we add more value? Kind of there are some sort of additions, amendments have come in, and so we thought about how to create that instructional design content. So deliverable from the intern would be to give the instructional design content for labor law series, which is logarithm. So that is how intern to learn took shape. So the project business case, we kind of identified, the theoretical knowledge is what is being imparted by these schools, and that alone doesn't suffice to be to increase your competence as an HR professional when it comes to labor laws. So also the experience element is missing in these schools. Most of the times these are academicians who teach labor law to people who has probably not much experience in practicing labor laws. But then we said we have a lot of industry experts. So why not give the opportunity for our students to learn from the experts of the game? Also, new normal has changed the dynamics of a lot of things. So labor law now becomes so important. Now, can you defer your payments? Can you kind of discount salaries? Everything in or are you eligible to actually ask people to work from home? Now, when it comes to work from home, 9 to 5, or your SLAs go for a toss, even people are getting calls at 12 in the midnight. So is everything bound by labor law? So new normal, what is the applicability of new normal in the change dynamics of the new after lockdown, after COVID? So how important is it, and how important is it to map and understand how can we add value to our students or the wannabe budding HR professionals? That was one of the need which was identified. Again, labor law is a must-have skill for every HR professionals, be it you're managing a 20-member startup or a 2,500 member industry. Everywhere, labor law is applicable in one or the other way. So it is a must-have skill for HR professionals. And again, COVID-19 has enabled digital, embracing digital like never before. Everything was going online. A lot of webinars was happening. People were now getting used to online learning and digital learning and micro modules and all. So this was identified as a business case. We have an opportunity. This is the need. And the stakeholders identified was, one was NIPM Kerala chapter. NIPM Kerala chapter was tech committee, management, students in HR and IR discipline from various colleges across India. We are not limiting to Kerala alone. We were trying to get it from across India. And in the current team of 20 itself, we have a diverse population, people with background from Uttar Pradesh. There are people from Mumbai. There are people from Chennai. A lot of students. So students across HR across India, and then the management experts who will be giving takeaways to the interns. These were the kind of stakeholders we identified for the training program. Project success criteria was defined. It was said, on-time completion of instructional design for the key takeaway or critical success criteria set for as a project for the project. And we were also kind of worried by would there be attrition of people, because we were not in the know of when the classes would be resuming or when lockdown would be ending. Nothing was everything was in a state of flux. So we said, if we can control attrition by less than 20%, still we are on. But we now stand with 0% attrition, which is a great success for us, that we still have all the 20 people to be onboarded. And 90% satisfaction rating by the interns upon completion is what we designed. I would say after the completion of the training program, probably people would now be 150% satisfied. So we have been able to hit that benchmark as well. We also wanted to focus on effectiveness over efficiency, because effectiveness, how effectively they'll be able to understand and get the nuances of labor laws and with an application side. So this was set as the project success criteria, and that's how we moved on. Key takeaways for NIPM Kerala chapter was designed to be the gratification of making use in HR professionals. How we would be able to impart knowledge of what we have here to the next generation of HR professionals. pitch NIPM among college students for opening up of new chapters in the future. Now, after this, probably people will be talking more about the activities of NIPM and how students can benefit from it. So that will definitely go and open up a discussion about, hey, this is good, and it is nice to have a student chapter opened up in our college as well. So that kind of thought process, if we can invoke in our academic fraternity, that would be really great. Enhance our social media presence, which we have been able to do to a great extent with a lot of effort, commitment, and helps from our interns as well, because the kind of effort our interns have put in to give us visibility through by using #intern to learn program, and the kind of taggings they have used for even their personal posts using NIPN has given us a digital footprint, and that has kind of increased our online presence over LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. This we also thought, if we are able to do this pilot project successfully, we can even think about having something in the future on a revenue sharing model with associating with a lot of other people, which could be thought about. It is still not discussed, but which could be thought about. So this is more like a pilot project which we wanted to test the waters and see if this is possible. And improving visibility as a finishing school, improving a visibility of NIPM Kerala chapter as a finishing school for management students. So these were some of the key takeaways identified for NIPM. And the project deliverables we kind of thought about was internship program announcement, social media promotions, in an application process, which Vineet will be taking us through, intern selection process, how to select people. So we kind of thought we would have hardly 100 hardly 25 to 30 applicants, and the selection process would be easy. But when the rubber met the road, things went for a toss, because the kind of responses we got was so huge that every plan of ours went for a toss. Like, we had to even one of our application program was based on an online form which hit the maximum limit, and we were not able to accept more applications just because the application crossed the limits. So the selection process was indeed more tougher, because one, in the fact that you had to do a lot of people. Second, every person who applied was the best in one or the other way. So the kind of the Gen Z population which we have now is always better in one way or the other. So it was again a chaotic environment. We wanted to know how we would structure it, but Vineet will be taking us through. We kind of overcame that challenge with the help of a lot of experts, and kind of took guidance from some of our seniors in doing it. And another thing was, internship execution and engaging with the interns. So we are not collocated now. We have all been experiencing how to take up interns in our offices where we are all collocated. But now here we are going to do it on a digital mode, and that is happening for the first time in the history of an IPM Kerala chapter. And for a lot of us also, it was kind of a first generation experience. So how are you going to engage with them? How would you make that the pull factor for the students? So that was one of the deliverables which was identified and kind of executed. And instructional designs for labor law is what the final output which was required from the students. And then there is a certification of interns. So these were the key kind of action items which we wanted when we started off the project, and we were able to do justice to all those, is what I reckon. Probably we'll hear some feedback from the students as well, and then we'll get to know whether we have been able to hit the benchmarks. Key takeaways for interns was specified to be accreditation on the instructional design project, and plus again they'll be given access to the logarithm series, 1 year free student membership, industry HR leaders and mentors, better positioning for them during placement drives, as kind of advertising an IPM Kerala chapter would definitely give them an advantage over other job seekers. Networking with a lot of HR professionals, and learning by doing, more of action learning and experiential learning. So these were the kind of takeaways which we thought about for interns. So this is how the whole the project took shape, right from getting inspired from the success story of logarithm, which was conceived by our senior leaders, and kind of taking cue from that, we kind of tried to map it to a different experience. And these were the kind of takeaways which we identified, and mm, we were we are hopeful that we were able to do justice to it up until now. So next was the application process and how we executed the program with the guidance of a lot of our seniors and mentors. So I invite Vineet to take over from here. So he'll be giving you a
Very
brief.
sorry for interrupting. Can you please move a bit faster? I mean, a
Yeah.
bit
So
shortage of time. Yeah,
Sure.
sorry. Go
Uh,
ahead. Yeah.
Vineet will take over now.
yeah, thank you, Jerry, for taking us through the context, the objectives, and the take you through what is the process that we have followed in the hiring process and till now, and what is our next step forward as well. So the first step we followed in the application process was inviting applications. Obviously, Jerry has mentioned about it. So it was an online application form which we had sent out via online media across to uh, uh, student groups across India, and we had received around 216 responses, from which the next step was the candidates to submit a resume, which is a video resume, indicating what is it that or why do they want to do this process with us. We had 150 screened applicants, out of which we had shortlisted on 80 resumes, and then they were given an assignment on case assessment, which was again a selection process, or a and from which we had selected around 20 candidates who are the elite 20 who's there in the list right now with us. So it's a team of 20 right now. Now, on completion of this, we went on with the online boot camp. The purpose of this boot camp was threefold. In fact, one was to familiarize the interns with each other and the digi learning team as well. Second is giving them clarity on what is the expectation that we have from them at the end of this program, and also briefing them as to what to expect out of the program on from a learning perspective. So there was assignment of enablers, wherein Jerry was identified as the single point of contact for the selected interns who was communicating with them through the WhatsApp. Moving on, so this can we move on to the next slide, please? Yeah. So this is the picture of our inauguration of our boot camp with all the participants and the Digi Learning team around. Moving on, the next key element or the key differentiator for us has been our expert speaker evening sessions at 7 o'clock almost every day. We have completed 18 sessions by stalwarts in HR as well as our Digi Learning team members on diverse topics in HR, IR, corporate social responsibility, leadership, the soft skill areas like leadership, etc. Even the great thing is that the sessions did not lose vigor even while they started drafting their sessions or drafting their contents as such. In fact, the last session was held yesterday. So a big thanks to all our experts for their relentless enthusiasm and willingness to share their experience. Even there were times when we had short notice invitations, but they were all ready to share their experience with our interns. Moving on, one of the, can we move on to the next slide? One of the key differentiators for us, which made us successful in this 1 month and 10 days of internship with us, has been the mentor-mentee model. Now we have 16 stalwarts of HR who extended their invaluable time and efforts to mentor our interns. They had been extremely patient, I should say, they had been extremely patient and accommodative in supporting our interns through the learning requirements, or in supporting the learning requirements of this particular team of interns. And one of the key has been adding value beyond the purview of the assigned load. In fact, while taking a feedback from some of our interns, they had specifically mentioned that uh, the mentors had gone much beyond the purview of the law assigned to them as such. Now, we really owe you a standing ovation to all our mentors. Thank you so much for your persistence, and thank you so much for sharing your expertise with them. And also, we had each mentor being assigned with a bridge who was one of the Digi Learning team members to assist the coordination process. And this mentorship lasted for around 3 weeks. We'll move on to the next slide. now, so that was about the entire process till now. At the end of the internship or the mentorship, we had taken a feedback from the mentors about the interns as well, and based on that, we have uh, come to we have designed a small platter of awards, the plat du jour for our interns. So the first is the eager beaver intern. That award would be the award would be announced at a later stage by Lalsa. And eager beaver is the most meticulous and result focused intern. Moving on, we have the next one, who's the social learning enthusiast, who has been very active on social media, tagging, sharing our post, or creating contents relevant to the program as such. The third one has been the pace setter intern, who has been the collaborator, setting the team pace and the teamwork in the team. The fourth one is the Design Champion Award. Design Champion Award would be given for the best drafted law. So that's going to be the fourth one. The fifth is the Seek and Learn Intern Award, which will be the award for the most inquisitive intern. So basically evaluated throughout the sessions, including the learning sessions as well as the mentoring sessions, how well they've been asking questions, what was their inquisitiveness level. So it will be based on that. And the last one, the sixth one, is the HR Trailblazer Award for the most innovative intern, the person who has displayed higher level of innovativeness. So that's it about the whole process that we followed. So we have covered what is the background, the context, the objective, and the process that we have followed. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you.
I appreciate Vineet and Jerry for giving us a detailed information or inputs about our Intern to Learn program as of now. And now I would like to request Srilal to connect the dots on the Intern to Learn aspect. And he is the one who said that logarithm or low should be the focus of this new generation, or it should be the focus area. So thank you so much, Srilal, once again, and inviting you to say a few words, our project manager.
Thank you, Anand. Am I audible?
Yes, very
Yes,
much.
you are.
Very much.
Thank you. I can see all familiar faces. So I'm not briefing or going through the entire activity what we have done, because Vineet and Jerry already have done justice to their role. But one thing, what I want to add is, see, as a HR professional or as a business owner or as a student, getting labor law or getting knowledge about it is not a big deal, because Google is our second brother. And for anything and everything, we just log into Google and search. If you want to get details about maternity benefit or any, just Google and you'll get it. But the problem is, getting meaningful or getting what exactly we require is literally impossible. So what we thought is, we'll be connecting the dots, we'll be segmenting it to what exactly the stakeholder wants. As a HR professional, what we need, or as a business owner, what we would like to know, or as HR student, what exactly we want from each law. So we have segmented it. Now it's like we have the data from say 2025 acts and all critical or all major enactments we have, and we'll be collecting it, correlating it, and compiling it to a course material. So now we have the raw material with us. We are all, I must say that all interns have done excellent job. We have good, we can say that it's NIPM data that we have. That first phase of, say, logarithm is complete, I should say. I'll rate Intern to Learn as the first phase only. That is complete today. That will be complete today. And the second phase will be getting the data a quality check. And we are planning it with the best in the industry. We'll be announcing it on a later date. So we'll be forming a committee with all the experts, legal practitioners, advocates, and we'll be vetting the data and getting it 100% precise. Once the data is ready, maybe we are expecting it another 2 weeks time or 3 weeks time, and then we'll be launching the logarithm certification program. We are expecting it to launch it soon, maybe by next month or so. You'll be getting the information about that on a later stage. But once the program is launched, I'm sure that we all NIPM will be proud of it, because this will be a flagship program that we launch. And as you know, that now space or the place of occurrence is not a constraint. India or the entire country is our target market, and NIPM Kerala chapter will be lot many benefited about this small initiative that the G team has taken, and we'll be launching it in a big way, and definitely we all will be getting the best out of it. And we all are expecting your cooperation also in that, because we want all our valuable learnings to be taken and codified to it next level, so that all young professionals or all next generation HR professionals or even business owners get some benefit of it. So I thank all of you, and I would like to congratulate all the winners who will be announced on the later program. And I thank you, and over to thank you.
Thank you, Srilal. Thank you, Srilal, for giving us an insight into the details. And now it is the turn for our champions, that is our interns, to share a small feedback video. So I request you guys to take over. Shama, shall we project it right away?
Minhas will be sharing
Minhas,
it.
Minhas will be sharing it, right?
Yeah.
Minhas, over to you.
We cannot hear it.
Minhas?
Minhas, we can't hear. I mean, I cannot hear.
Yeah, I think.
Just a minute, I'll just take it.
Yeah, please, please. No worries. Minhas, do you want us to project from our system or something? Do you need any support?
I think it will. Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, yes, you are pretty good.
So I think it will be better if you projected, because I don't know, this thing is not working well.
Yeah. Shama, can you please?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yes, yeah.
Start from the beginning.
Shama, are you trying to play it on the browser?
It seems like that. So.
I mean, it would be better if you can download it and locally try to share it, because otherwise it won't work.
Do you have it downloaded?
Yes, let me.
Okay, please try it.
Everybody.
Now it is audible, right?
But we cannot see it.
Oh, okay, great. Give me a moment.
Yeah.
In a way, it's good that the suspense is going up.
New Year, said. Happy New Year, said. Happy New Year.
So still we can't see that.
No, I'm just doing it. Can I share the screen now?
Yes.
Please go ahead, Jerry.
Okay, I'm just trying to share my screen.
When I try, I'm able to play it.
Oh,
Anand, you are also co-host.
Yes.
Are you able to see it now?
Happy New Year, said everybody.
No, sir.
Year 2020 took a hit.
We can see your file. That's all, not the video.
You can download because we are testing from your laptop, no?
Yeah. Let me check, Anish.
Download
1
it.
second.
No, this is I have actually taken it from a local folder.
Jerry, you may have to share the entire screen. I think you have shared only this folder.
Jerry can share the entire screen and then play it on your computer, so it will be able to. You can hear it clearly, just can't see it. When you click on share screen,
Okay.
go on and yes.
Like
Yeah,
any
we can.
New Year,
Can we start?
Happy New Year, said every.
Can we start?
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Happy New Year, said everybody. Year 2020 took a hit. Like any New Year, joy, happiness, New Year resolutions, and enthusiasm was high up in the air.
But little did we know that things are waiting to take a toss.
No country is immune, and no country is safe, and no individual can be safe.
ध्यान से सुनिए, पूरे देश में आज रात 12 बजे से संपूर्ण देश में संपूर्ण लॉकडाउन होने जा रहा है। हमें अभी अपना सारा सामर्थ्य खुद को बचाने के लिए, कोरोना से बचने के लिए ही प्राथमिकता देनी है।
The news about the pandemic was the talk of the town. Most of them were knocked down into the ocean of uncertainties.
People all around was affected, and everyone remained with the question of what's next.
We, as students, were in a quest for an internship, and that's when an opportunity knocked at our door. NIPM Kerala is hosting an online internship program for the fellow HR aspirants.
The screening was complete within a blink of an eye. Resume, case study, and finally, team of 20 was born. 20 people from different places who worked towards a common mission.
The strangers greeted and meted every day and called it the boot camp. And guess what? Strangers with the pace of time turned into a family.
When lockdown was a curse, NIPM became the boon.
When NIPM was the boon, Intern to Learn was the path.
When intern to learn is the path, bridges were the signboard.
When bridges were signboards, mentors are symbols.
When mentors were the symbols, mentees were the treasure hunters.
When mentees were the treasure hunters, acts were their roadmap. When acts were the roadmap, instructional design was our destination. NIPM brought in various eminent personalities who put in their efforts to impart the knowledge that they acquired during their career. And as a cherry on the cake, each one of us were assigned with stalwarts of HR that taught, inspired, mentored each one of us to mold us to be the best in our careers.
The pandemic hit each one of us all on a sudden. Things weren't the same anymore. People earlier who used to be so happy to greet and meet each one of them, now found the same thing very difficult. As students, the biggest challenge we faced was our internships and placements being revoked.
Our first meeting was a boot camp where we are introduced to and the NIPM itself. In the joy of connecting with different people across different parts of the India, our thought of going back to the normal has changed and we started focusing on new normal.
Then everything reached out to us very quickly in a form of a poster. We were asked to send a resume, which was a completely new experience for us. Finally, out of 200 applicants, we, the team of 20, were selected for the battle.
Every day we were loaded with excitement to meet and hear from top HRs of various fields, and we were enlightened with their thoughts that helped us to grow and explore things. We had sessions on various HR related topics which would give way for us to become a Phoenix HR.
One turning point in this intern to learn is that we all became active in LinkedIn. So after knowing how LinkedIn works, we all indulged with many veterans and HR professionals. So that was a great opportunity.
The internship as it was has enhanced our interest towards labor laws, and it has aided in magnifying our awareness on every fact of labor laws. Also, the industrial experience of HR practitioners has not just broadened our knowledge, and it has given an insight into day-to-day working so as to be part of the corporate world.
We were assigned with mentors and bridges, and that was really a true blessing for us indeed. They were the top and the senior-most HR professionals of India. In each day's meeting, they taught us the real beauty and the true spirit of an HR professional in their every single word indeed.
Our entire internship was based on labor laws and codes and building a module on it. We were exposed to various possibilities of how labor laws mediate the relationship between employee, employer, and the government. We got to learn a lot as to how to comprehend an act and prepare an instructional design on the same. This project refurbished our understanding on labor laws and also gave us an opportunity to soak in knowledge from various industry stalwarts.
We, the team of 20, is truly grateful for your part in our journey. It's true that sometimes words aren't enough to express what we feel. As gratitude
For providing a learning opportunity to upskill ourselves, for opening our eyes to a multitude of choices.
For being like a candle, consuming yourself in giving light to us. This internship had been a great learning platform for sharpening our minds and thoughts for a successful career.
For being so passionate while providing us opportunity, for helping us grow, expand, and explore our thoughts.
For taking us into informative work through interactive sessions that helps us to create new visions for tomorrow.
We really had a wonderful journey with the whole NIPM team. Thank you for all your highest form of thoughts and lighting a flame within us.
For your efforts, all we could do is to ensure that we will live by all your words.
Wow, very good.
A word of appreciation to Minhas, who actually worked on the video, and it was actually a team effort from all of them. Nice that it came out well. I was a bit worried when we were not able to play it because the kind of effort which went into that was really great. Hats off to all the interns. In fact, we are also learning a lot of things from you guys. A lot of reverse mentoring happening. So thanks guys, thanks for the gratitude, thanks for sharing your feedback. It means a lot to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Zari, and thank you so much, our little friends, for sharing your moments, and we are equally glad. And next is the presentation by interns on the key takeaways of the evening talks. So let's have a quick roundup, and we can rush it up a bit due to the constraint of time. You can please take over. Shema, screen.
Minhas, please take over.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Hi all. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, very much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good evening to one and all present here. So this is the part of the process which we underwent with the students' application, the first assessment which we went through the virtual resume, and the case study gratitude on the act. And then we had a group discussion and a final shortlist which happened in WhatsApp, which was really using the new norms, which gave us more hope on adopting to the changes. And we had on 31st is the day where we were announced that we were selected, and we had a boot camp with all the members here.
But
So yeah, this is the team. The first day we met, just to remind all faces here. Yeah, Minas. These are the schedules of the interactive sessions which we had. Yeah, Minas. These were the 7 golden weeks for us as an intern. Yeah, you can proceed. Over to Ash.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, actually, perfect, perfect. Go ahead, yeah.
Yes. The first and most important session of our intern to learn is the introduction to labor laws. And the most important key learnings we have, and the most important acts under the labor laws, which dealt in the labor laws such as Industrial Dispute Act and all, and the categories of labor laws implied areas, which is the factories, shops and commercial establishments, plantations and mines. And we try to learn the triple test for considering as the industry, and that is there should be an organized activity, and there should be a presence of employer and employee, and the goods and services produced there should be for the human wants and wishes. And also the how to make a proper study on an act. It is the applicability of the act and based on either number of the people or the salary. And this session is held by Kitchen sir, and it was really an insightful session. Minhas, please. Yes, the other session we had is a session on domestic inquiry by Srilal sir, and it was held a detailed study on the domestic inquiry such as the discipline management styles such as hot stove rule and progressive discipline rule, which is carried in Kerala, and also the handling of indiscipline such as held it as minor, major or intolerable, and also about the principle of natural justice and the whole domestic inquiry process, such as charge sheet and the appointment of inquiry officer and presenting officer, notice of inquiry, charge sheet explanation and submission of evidence, examination, inquiry report and explanation of inquiry report, and finally the punishment. And next a session is held by Verghese on Introduction to CSR Regime, which is the corporate social responsibility, and it was held in 3 aspects: why CSR, what CSR, and how CSR. And on why CSR, he taught us as companies have the obligation towards the society, also to give back to the community, and also the duty for the welfare measures of the society. And on what CSR, we came to know that companies' responsibility towards the community and environment which it operates, and also it's defined in section 135 of the Companies Act. Also, when it comes to how CSR, it defines about the applicability of the companies regarding the net worth, turnover, and net profit. And it was also a wonderful session. And that's it.
So continuing from Ashvi.
Yes, I over to.
So we had a very great session from AS Girish sir about the firm and fair approaches. We also learned how to, why do we actually have to know the laws of the land, and a few important provisions on various sessions, various laws, including the Trade Union Act, the Industrial Employment Standing Order Act, and the Industrial Dispute Act. Thank you. And we also had a very insightful session with Anil Kumar sir, where we actually recognized the difference between industrial relation management, human resource management, and human resource development. And other key learnings were connect with the people with the emotional intelligence, thinking and communicating in terms of return of investments while communicating with the employer, and to be adopt a diplomatic way while communicating. And with the other great session with Srilal sir, we also understood the basics of the law, all the labor laws. The major learning here was we all were actually confused about what workman is and what a non-workman is. And I'm sure we wouldn't have guessed it, at least maybe for the next 5 years in the field if we didn't attend this session. So that was one of the major learning, and a few fundamental basics about basic salary, major license, applicability of each laws, and key provisions of the laws mentioned under.
Good evening.
I would hand over to Reshma.
We had an eye-opening session by Ganesh sir. The session put light on business challenges and realities of job market. We also got to hear exciting corporate narratives and experience. We had many valuable lessons and key takeaways from the session by Premchand sir. Sir emphasized on the core competencies that we need to have as a potential employee. The session by Jerry sir was very insightful. Sir explained the 7 roles for budding HR and coined the term Phoenix HR, which is very inspirational. During Jitin sir's session, we had an informative and engaging activity. It was such a wonderful learning experience through gamification. We could learn and reiterate the core concepts of HR. Over to Hari.
Good evening, all. This was another good experience from Edwin James, sir. He taught us about the current realities in the job market, what is going on the job market, and what is the current situation in the market. He taught us about the new normal, evolution of management systems and trend in the management, and organizing a team, and many more things like KPIs, OKR, MBR, evaluation of the goal system. And next another great session by Arvind sir and Jerry sir. This was a great session because this session boosted our basically LinkedIn profile. Both of them taught us how to link with LinkedIn, how to boost our LinkedIn account, and how to properly use hashtags and taggings and commenting on a post. That's enough. Next session by Babu T.A. sir. He took a session on Payment of Gratuity Act and also Maternity Benefit Act. He taught us about the history, from beginning the history, and through the key judgment of gratuity acts and basic labor law applications like the labor officer hierarchy, recoveries under gratuity act, the main offenses, etc. This was our last session, yesterday's session. This was handled by Surega's career ma'am, and this session was about what is talent management and what is the talent management strategies and process in employee cycle. And one of the major takeaway was what is the necessity of goal setting, aligning individual goals in business with business. What are the core competencies, the talent management framework and employee cycle, how the talent management is affecting in employees' life cycle are the main key points from the Surega's career ma'am's class.
Okay, very good evening all. So I'm Preeti. So continuing the presentation, the next topic is HRBP. It was an interesting session led by Mr. Mubarak sir. We learned the Dave Ulrich model of HR roles, that is the strategic partner, change agent, administrative expert, employee champions. We also learned about HRBP and the roles in it. And another key takeaway from the session was the leadership qualities and behavior traits needed for a HR role. So thank you, Mubarak sir. So the next wonderful session was on the topic continuous improvement, which was taught by Mr. Agustin sir. So this session was a very interesting topic on Kaizen. So we were able to know the importance of Kaizen. We understood that without innovation, Kaizen does not exist. So then we learned the definition of Kaizen, followed by the three steps: eliminate, reduce, and change. It was really wonderful and thought-provoking session, sir. So thank you, Augustine, sir. Next, the very crucial journey of all our lives. Journey from campus to corporate. Amazingly taught by Mr. A.S. Anand, sir. So this session was on how to crack the interviews. We learned how to present ourselves best to compete with the competitors. We learned how to give the best self-introduction, demonstration of our strength and hobbies. We also got a clear idea on how to answer to the questions like why should we hire you, challenging situation faced, and how to handle that. So it was really a great session. Thank you, Anand sir. Lastly, a very essential topic: ways to be a winner. A strong, motivating, and encouraging session by Mr. Johnson Matthew sir. The session was jam packed with positivity. The key learnings were the qualities needed to be a winner, that is, communication skill, people skill, networking skill, be open to all, walk the talk, etc. We also learned the positive feelings which we should possess, like happiness, simplicity, gratitude, faith in God. We all learned the importance of time management and few golden rules for winning personality. Sir ended the session with this famous quote: progress is impossible without change. Those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. Surely, this internship has created a great change within our 20 interns, which molded us to be a winner in our career. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
And here we come to the end of the presentation. The key learnings, actually we thought we wouldn't be able to fit in the PPT because we had so much learning every afternoon in this lockdown, where I mean every evening in this lockdown was very much knowledgeable. I would like to thank the entire team for such a wonderful program. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, everyone. Now it is the time for the announcement of the awards. So I request our chairman, Laljan sir, to announce the winners. Shema?
Hello.
We can hear you, sir.
1 minute, sir. Shema, can you please
Yes.
make me co-host? I mean, there is some challenges. I'm not able to project.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah. I watched, but I had to change the system. Sorry.
Go ahead, Anand.
Perfect.
You're able to share the screen now, Anand?
Not really.
You are.
Shema, I have sent that to you. Can you please do that? The email that I've sent, yeah, as a backup option. Yeah.
Anand, can we just proceed with the next process so that, Lal sir, is that okay? By that time we will download that.
You're not able to.
Yeah, I'll just do it.
Okay,
It will take some time, so we don't need to delay it.
Okay, no worries, no worries. I'm sorry for the technical glitch. So now is the mentors feedback. So we have a couple of our senior veterans, Varkithan sir and Gilbert sir, to give feedback about this, their experience as mentors. I request Varkithan sir to say a few words. Varkithan sir?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, perfect, sir.
Respected Chairman, Secretary, other office bearers, and senior members of NIPM, all mentees. Actually, Kerala chapter was always taken the lead position to bring about the changes in the labor laws, and over a period of time, our legal update has become the flagship program, attracting even the HR managers and other legal professionals, even from the neighboring state. And as far as this program was concerned, the mentees, their performance was much higher than what, at least what I have expected. They were asking questions. They really wanted to understand and learn. And it was a nice experience. Even I think even the mentors, it was an opportunity to refresh and of many acts. It was a good opportunity. I think they have inspired, and it could generate an interest in them to learn the labor laws. Actually, one of my mentees was telling, sir, after hearing you, I went back and started reading the Constitution of India. So I said, yes, this is exactly what we wanted, because it is easy to teach them labor laws and tomorrow you will forget. But if we could generate an interest in you to learn the labor laws, definitely you will carry it forward, and will become one day, you will all become the experts in this field. And that was the intention of this program. And I think the organizers and everybody participated in this program has succeeded. Mentees, mentors, organizers, NIPM office bearers, seniors, everybody. So I wish all of them a very good future. Let them all come out with HR managers with a strong labor law background. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your kind words, sir. Request Gilbert sir to pitch in. Gilbert sir, please.
I'm audible.
Sir, your voice is not audible. Can you please come again, please?
Can you hear me now? I'm audible?
Yes, sir. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. I switched off the video. So I
no problem, sir. Please go ahead. Yeah.
First of all, it's the NIPM and the team.
I think there are some bandwidth issues.
Okay, it was really flabbergasting. Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Your voice is breaking a bit. So can you please come again?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Now you're audible. Please go ahead. Yeah.
I heard was reciprocity in the whole process. I be very dedicated, very soul searching in the sense of questions. This team of youngsters who have come today, I think they have a very vibrant and soul searching type of group. And from
I guess there is a connection problem at Robert's end.
Sorry again, I went off.
Yes, sir, please.
So it was a good interaction because even I, as a mentor, learned quite a lot from the students. And one thing is I have appreciated the very questioning mentality, which is something this batch of students I found to be very, very important. I wish them all the best and wish them all a good future. And the program as such was very well structured by the NIPM people. Thank you. Thank you. Just concluded.
So with your permission, shall we? Hello?
Packet loss issue from there.
So with your permission, shall we move ahead?
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. And sorry for the connectivity.
It is ready.
Yeah, it is ready. Yeah, even I'm getting it right now. Thank you so much, Shema. Lal John sir requests you to announce the winners of the award winners. Kindly pitch.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I proceed?
Please.
Yes, sir, please. Please go ahead, sir.
Sir, പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് കാണിക്കാനിരിക്കുകയാണ് അത്.
Yeah, sir, പറഞ്ഞിട്ട്.
So this is the moment all the internees have been eagerly waiting for.
Yes.
And their almost 2-month-long program. This is the culmination of that program now. So I'm very happy to announce the champions of various areas as has been selected by the expert panel. So there are 6 awards, and the first one is the Eager Beaver Intern Award, and this goes to Reshma Sattar. Reshma Sattar is the winner of the Eager Beaver.
Raise your hand.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Congrats, Reshma.
Let's have a round of applause to Reshma.
Next one is Social Learning Enthusiast Award. Shweta Venugopal has been selected as selected for this award. Congratulations. Let us all clap and congratulate them. Can we all clap our hands and congratulate these youngsters?
Congratulations, guys.
Next one is Social Learning Enthusiast, Pace Setter Intern Award. And this is Minas Subai. Minas Subai has grabbed the Pace Setter Intern Award. Congrats, Minas. Next award, that is Design Champion Award, goes to Ria Yohanan. That's the Design Champion Award. Congratulations, Riya. Hello. No response at all. Hello.
Sir, in fact, they have put their mics on mute, sir,
Oh, okay.
in order to reduce the crossover noise.
The fifth one is Seek and Learn Indian Award. This is grabbed by Vaishnavi Pidikiti. I hope I am pronouncing the spelling, word correctly.
Yeah, you
Goes
Yes,
to
sir, it is
Vaishnavi.
Vaishnavi Pidikiti. Correct.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Vaishnavi.
For the final one, the most innovative intern of the group, HR Trailblazer Award. It goes to Shruti AS. Congrats, Shruti, and all the best.
Thank you, sir.
All the best. All the congratulations and all the best to all award winners, and see all the 20 persons who have taken part in this program deserve all appreciation, and thank you all. And I wish all of them a good career in the coming years. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Laljon sir, for announcing. So for your information, it was a very difficult task for all of us to find the best of these 20, because there was a neck-to-neck competition in all the areas. And just to mention more about the core objective of our program, which is the drafting of the logarithm. There are 5 names which I wanted to mention, which we wanted to give a special appreciation. One is Minas Subair for Factories Act 1948, which was very well conceptualized. The draft is one of the best. So congratulations, Minas. Then the second person is Bhairavi Rahul. Bhairavi have done Motor Transport Workers Act 1961. So congratulations, Bhairavi. It was one of the best.
Sir.
And the third one is ESI Act 1948, done by Ms. Shweta Venugopal. Congratulations, Shweta. And then Payment of Wages Act 1936, done by Sandra E. Congratulations, Sandra. And another person would be Roshni John, who have done her presentation on the Plantation Labor Act 1951. So these are some of the presentations or draft which came neck to neck. So needless to say, all of them have done justice to the assignments that they have been given. But these are some of the names which we have to mention, considering the amount of effort that they have put in. So is there anything else, Shema, you want to add on something? Hello?
Anand, if awardees want to have a word, there can be given opportunity.
Yeah, right. So Vaishnavi, you can say a few words.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. I think this is the best part of COVID. We had a very great experience. As I said in the previous sessions before also, not only about the subject of what we learn here, it's about the commitment, and we all learned how to be committed towards the profession we are in, and trying to be the best. I think I have learned the part of commitment and giving away back to the society. Thank you each. Thank you everyone. I don't know, I'm out of my words now. Thank you all for giving us a very great opportunity. This definitely we wouldn't have earned if not in NIPM. Thank you all mentors for sparing time for us. Thank you NIPM team for organizing such a wonderful sessions and the entire program. That's the end of the note. I think I've given a lot. I hope I have given the best possible from my side and my entire intern team 22. Thank you all so much once again for the opportunity.
Indeed, Vaishnavi. Thank you so much. Now I request Reshma Satar to say a few words.
Good evening. Actually, when the lockdown started, we students were in a dilemma because our internship offers were revoked. So I reached out to Jerry sir and Anish sir, and that is how we got this opportunity of learning. I was part of the meanwhile at lockdown webinars of NIPM. So that was a starting point where I had a keen interest in learning HR concepts. So this journey was so much overwhelming, and I would thank my mentor Varkichan sir for giving such examples that even my faculties have not given. So thank you Varkichan sir and Srilan sir for correcting me when I was wrong, and all my dear mentors, my big Jerry sir, Shama ma'am, and every mentor. I would like to express my gratitude here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Reshma, and I request Shweta Venugopal, who is our social learning enthusiast, to say a few words.
Hello. Actually, I would say lockdown in some way or the other have helped each one of us, because having LinkedIn in each one of our, I had LinkedIn from my second trimester, but I haven't used it yet. But the second day of lockdown was when I started using LinkedIn, and that is where this opportunity came to me. So I'm very thankful to each one of you, all the mentors, my Girish sir, Anand sir, and Jerry sir, with whom I started talking, and everyone has been very supportive, and the team, they're so much energetic, and I'm feeling so grateful today. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shweta. It's indeed our pleasure to have you here. And next is our pace setter intern, Minas. Minas, you there?
Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Good evening.
I'm really glad that Anand sir had mentioned my name among the 5 best presentations. And the credit goes to my mentor, who's very proactive. At any time round the clock, he will text me. And even now, I have his message saying congrats. That kind of proactiveness we are learning from mentors like Girish sir. Our bridges were very helpful, and my full team of 20 for the full support you provided to us. Thank you. This is a very great opportunity I had. Thank you.
Thank you, Minas. Now, next is our design champion, Ms. Ria Johanna. Ria, can you please say a few words?
Good evening, everyone. I think I'm audible. I have some connection issues.
Yes,
here.
you are pretty good. It's pretty good. Go ahead, yeah.
Thank you. I'm truly humbled by this recognition that I have got. Actually, as Min has said, I too put my all credit to my mentor, Vinod sir, as well as Vilega ma'am. I think Vinod sir is not here, but ma'am is just here. Thank you so much, ma'am. And what I learned most from this internship program is not just laws. I have learned that. Actually, am I audible?
Yes. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, one thing I noted among all those mentors is that they were all very patient and very compassionate, and very patiently they listened to all our queries and doubts and clarified each of us big or small doubts. We are truly blessed to have you all. Thank you, NIPM. I thank the whole NIPM crew for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ria. Now I request Shruti AS to say a few words. She is our HR Trailblazer Award winner.
Yeah. The award itself is making me very happy. You can very well see it on my face. And I would really go back to my resume where I was answering this question of what are you expecting out of this project. I think I had mentioned of collaborative skills there, and that is something which is very working virtually. I think I've managed to collaborate with the team, and that is one of the skills I've learned truly. And I don't know, I'm short of words. Maybe I don't know what to say. But thank you, NIPM. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shruti. So in the outset, we would like to remember our HAC Popan sir, who is the stalwart of labor law, who have started the labor law programs, or who have conducted n number of labor law sessions for NIPM Kerala chapter. And in this logarithm session, we would like to remember his contribution to NIPM Kerala chapter, and thanking Premchand sir for reminding about him. And over to you, Sajid sir, for vote of thanks. Sajid sir is the learning chairman. Sajid sir. Sajid sir, you there?
Hello, can you hear me, Anand? Hello.
Yes, sir. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I stuck in between Cochin and Thrissur, so I stopped my vehicle and I was waiting in the car for last one and a half.
No problem, sir. It's pretty audible.
Yeah. So good evening to all. We have come to the end of our logarithm program. At the onset, I would like to thank all our Digi learning team for the virtual treat, or I don't know what to say, virtual treat or virtual HC they did today. And as a vice chairman of NIPM Kerala chapter, I am proud to say that yes, we are sure about the young team coming up to take over NIPM in the near future, and they will take the NIPM Kerala chapter to the newer heights or further heights in the future, because we are very confident that with this program we could see that today's it is just an example. It is today's this virtual entertainment or whatever it is. It is really a wonderful show. Thank you all very much for the digital learning team for the excellent show, and also that all the mentees, all the students for the excellent presentation they did. It was wonderful presentation. I think I was sitting in somewhere in a foreign country and enjoying our SHRM conference. It was something like that. An excellent show today, an outstanding show. I think NIPM has never experienced such a digital platform show till date. Yeah. So yes, special thanks to Shema. See, Shema, I don't know whether others know. Actually, Ajesh was the initial coordinator for this digital team. When Ajesh had to take back because of his mother's ill health and all, Shema took the leadership role at the right time and she coordinated everything very well. Thanks a lot to Shema. You did a marvelous job and a wonderful job. I never seen somebody is coming up at the right time, taking up the responsibility without forcing anyone or without telling anything. You took it in your hands and led the entire team. Also, I would like to thank Jerry, all them. I need not mention everything. We all heard from them today. Srilal, everything, Anand. All of them did a wonderful job. Thank you, the entire team, the entire Digi Learning team for the excellent job you did. Also, I would like to thank our all mentors for the excellent support they extended to the students. Without your continued support and continued feedback and supporting the mentees, this program could not have been a big success. Thank you all the mentors for that. Also, I would like to thank all the evening sections, for all the senior members who handled the evening sessions. We could hear from the students itself or the mentees itself that how much they benefited out of each one's program, each one section. So thanks a lot for all those senior members who took the evening sections. Then thank you all the bridges who acted in between the mentees and mentors. You were excellently coordinated, or you are outstanding in your coordination with all mentors and mentees. Thank you all for that. Also, I would like to congratulate all the winners of this program. Means Menti program who all got the awards in this. Okay, there is nothing to mention that others who did not receive the award are less or they are also equally important. They did okay. Maybe in some points when we were ranking, they stood 1 or 2 marks excellent, but all the 20 mentors at par. Congratulations to all of them, all the mentees. And I would like to thank Anish, a special thanks. Anish, you were there outside our the Digi Learning as a member of the Digi Learning team. You supported them. You were coordinating with all of them all the time. You were there with them all the times. You were there between mentees and mentors. Thanks, Anish. Also, I would like to thank Anil sir for the timely feedback and timely support. He extended many of the things. He was guiding us in many aspects where when we were going little wrong, he was there to correct us. He was advising us. He was guiding us how to go further, how to proceed further, what all are the things to be avoided, how to take it forward, everything. Thank you, Anil sir, for that excellent support. Last but not no means least, a big thanks to our chairman Lal John sir for his outstanding support and continuous encouragement in this program. Also, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the entire executive committee of NIPM Kerala chapter. Many times we discussed how to take it forward, how to what are things to be covered, how it has been shaped, everything that entire executive committee has supported, and they all discussed and came out with very good suggestions and very good outcome for this program. Thank you all. And also I would like to thank all the members attended today. I think around 52 are attending today's this evening section. Even though we started at 7 o'clock, 1 hour strict norms by Naljon sir, he was telling that it should not go lengthy. It should be crisp and precise, and I think almost we could conclude it in the right time. Little exceeded, but I think almost everyone stayed. I think now I could see 48 participants still now. So thank you all, and so we are coming to an end. All the congratulations and all once again all the best for the students, 20 mentees for their future endeavors, for their career. With that, I conclude my vote of thanks. Thank you all once again. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for the detailed note. So once again, thanking Laljon sir, Anish sir, the executive committee members for giving us the bandwidth to experiment and learn and co-learning. I mean, it was a mutual learning opportunity for each and everyone as a part of the DG Learning team. So we would like to thank each and everyone for the wholehearted support and for giving us direction. And once again, wishing you all a very good night, and we'll stay connected. Good night. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone. Thanks once again.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Of course, we will stay connected. Thank you, sir.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.